In Florence, Colorado, there's a maximum facility federal prison, also known as ADX, that houses roughly 450 inmates who virtually live in solitary confinement for 22 hours out of the day. A former warden calls this place pretty close to hell. Cells are made from poured concrete and have solid steel doors. They have built-in showers and open onto private concrete exercise yards, so the prisoners never leave these two areas and never see another prisoner or guard. These are known as boxcar cells. The cells are essentially cages where the top, bottom, sides, and back are concrete walls. Several feet beyond the steel bars is another wall, and in this wall is a steel door. While killing guards or prisoners at other facilities may land someone a spot here, most inmates serve their sentence because of their notoriety or politics. For example, Unabomber Ted Kaczynski and shoe bomber Richard Reed are all notable prisoners at ADX. Many inmates are also serving time for Muslim extremist terrorism, such as Saeed Fahad Hashmi, who is convicted of helping to supply al-Qaeda with socks and rain ponchos. Most prisoners at ADX constantly wail, scream, and bang on the walls. Some mutilate their bodies with whatever sharp objects they can obtain or have conversations with the voices in their heads. They spread human waste and bodily fluids throughout their cells and throw it at the correctional staff. Suicide attempts are common and many prisoners succeed. Many former inmates have filed lawsuits against ADX for various reasons that all center around mental illness. For example, in June 2012, a federal lawsuit was filed by 11 prisoners at ADX Florence against the Federal Bureau of Prisons, or BOP. The lawsuit alleges that inmates diagnosed with mental illnesses are denied constitutionally adequate mental health treatment. It alleges that the severe sensory deprivation and restricted social contact both exacerbate and create mental health problems. One man in ADX, Jesse Wilson, shared his story and filed a lawsuit after he listened to the head of the BOP testify that there weren't mentally ill prisoners in ADX. In a quote he gave to Solitary Watch, he states, "I heard the head of the BOP in Congress on radio saying they do not have insane inmates housed here. This is what should be thought of as a lie. I have not slept in weeks due to these non-existing inmates beating on the walls and hollering all night, and most of the non-insane smearing feces in their cells." Another example comes from a man named Jack Powers, a convicted bank robber who was sent to ADX for escaping from another prison. According to his lawsuit, Powers had no history or symptoms of serious mental illness when he arrived 11 years ago. However, after being at ADX for some time, he had repeated suicide attempts, removed one of his testicles, cut off 2 of his fingers, sliced off his earlobes, and severed his Achilles tendon.